Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ben.
I'm JamieLynn.
And today we are going to be talking about games that would, how would you best describe this list?
Games that would be in my top 100 if I played them.
Okay, so games that you have not played yet that would
Yep.
make your top 10 if you gave them...
Top 100, yeah.
Oh, top 100 if you did not make, if you had played them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so these are ones that to this day we have not yet played.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see what your criteria was for this list because this is very vague and we kind of left it open for interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
I know you didn't give me any rules for this and I didn't give you any rules for this, so we kind of winged it. I personally did games I own just because I have another list coming. I think Jamie probably will join me on this at some point. Games that we want to buy that are like out that are just not, we just haven't bought yet. I did not include any of those games, so because I wanted to talk about 10 new games.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to do that, I included games on my shelf of shame.
Mm-hmm. And for me, games that I do not own, but I think if I played them and bought them, I'd probably put them in my top 100.
You actually play the games you own, though.
Mm-hmm.
My games sit on the shelf of shame forever. So I can't. So we're just in different spots. Like Jamie actually, when Jamie gets a game, she plays that game.
Mm-hmm.
When I get a game, I crack it open, do an unboxing, organize it, let it sit on the shelf for 6 months, think about playing it, and then 50% chance of whether it gets played or not.
For a long time, I didn't have a shelf of shame or shelf of opportunity, and then in the last few years, there's probably like I have 3 or 4 games I haven't played.
Lucky, I probably have 100, 150
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Because usually once I get them, I'm excited to play them, and I play them.
I buy games with the intention of playing them, and then I get a stack over here in the corner of review games that people send me that I have to play.
Yep.
Not to make it sound like I don't enjoy playing them. I just have these take priority over this other stuff. Also, I get especially lazy when it comes to solo games because I just don't solo games as much as I probably should.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say in 2026 I'm doing a better job of keeping my table clean. Before, my table was on off days that Jamie isn't here and Sharita's not here. This table would just be a mess of stuff. Like, it'd just be a catch-all of all things. And I'm finally now just, like, leaving it, like, I'll keep a candle at the center. But other than that, I'll keep the table pretty clear so that I can actually play games when I want to. So, improvement.
Yep.
So, maybe there'll be a direct correlation between my shelf of shame and me keeping the table empty. But work's still a thing, so we'll see. But yeah, 10 games that would probably make my list if it's in my top. Yeah, would make the top 100 if I played them.
Yep.
But I don't play games apparently. Okay. So you started the last list.
Yep.
Do you want to start this one, or
you go for it?
Or you want me to go first? Yep. Okay. So my number 10 is a game based on one of my favorite films of all time, but it's one that doesn't have a wide appeal, at least for within our group and stuff. So it's never gotten to the table, and that's The Godfather, Corleone's Empire from Eric Lang. So it is you're running like a mafia family and doing mafia things. I don't know a ton about the game except for that you're playing cards to do actions and things and gaining control over people and stuff. And it's one that looks really fun. The miniatures look pretty cool in it. You got these little like metal, I guess they're kind of like gift card tins in a way that you're keeping your cards and stuff in there, like suitcases of sorts. Yeah, very fun game. I'm actually gonna grab my iPad so I can actually look at stuff. But yes, that is my number 10, Godfather, Corleone's Empire. And I'm gonna have pictures, of course, and things of all the games, so that for people.
Okay, my number 10 is a living card game.
Okay.
It's by Fantasy Flight, and it's called Arkham Horror the Card Game.
Okay, yeah.
It's one that I could almost guarantee it'd be in my top 100, probably close to top 10 if I played it, because I love Marvel Champions.
Yeah.
The reason that it's kept it off my list is, one, Marvel Champions. I have 3 3,200 size BCW boxes of that.
Oh, so you're buying like the monster box, the super shoe boxes, yeah?
Yep. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy another LCG and do that same thing again.
Yeah.
But lately, it was last year and now, they started putting a lot of their stuff out of print.
Yep.
And doing this like legacy stuff and evergreen stuff, and that just kind of killed my interest in it a little bit.
Okay.
Because I'm the kind of person, if I like it, I want to get it all, or at least most of it.
Yeah.
Like with Marvel Champions.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a chapter 2 of it now. They're releasing a new core set.
Okay.
But you can't get a lot of the old stuff, so I'm just kind of like, I'm not sure if I want to buy it or not.
Okay.
So that's why it's my number 10, but
okay,
it would be very high if I did.
Fantasy Flight's all over the place right now, because they have Star Wars Unlimited right now, which is not doing the best, but it's, yeah.
Oh, I've heard it was doing good.
Yes and no. Like, it's fine, but it's their clearance. They're dumping a lot of their older product and stuff that's rotated out of standard. But, and they got other, like, big things, like they have their big miniature games and stuff. But, yeah, so, would this be a game that you'd want to try? Like, you'd, like, try even if it was a core box? Because I have a copy of the, like, one of the older printings if you want to try it, take it home and try it.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah,
you can do that. It doesn't have any expansions or anything in it, but it's just the core box if you wanted to play it. It's just sitting on the shelf, so, yeah.
That'd be awesome, thank you.
Yeah. Alright, so my number 9 is one of that's highly regarded game. And the problem, I think, is it doesn't play well at 2.
Oh, really? Wow.
And so that's why. And I don't know if... It might be something that you and Shreed and I play at some point, and that's Scythe. Yes. So a Scythe is a... really, like, I think it's a really, like, cool, like, the art style and the way the aesthetic of the game, like this almost like post-apocalyptic, almost Cold War-ish sort of wintry, like, grungy feeling. Almost, it's all, how would you, I don't know how I would describe this world, but it's got mechs, so it's futuristic, but it's also, like, very, like, old-timey, almost Siberian to it. It's hard to explain, but they created this whole new world that's cool, and it's got these animals that are like these big animals, and you have this faction. Yeah, there's combat in the game, but it's not the center of the game, and like, I haven't played it, so I can't really describe it too well.
I haven't played it either, but it seems really cool.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of good things about it.
I have that one, and then I also have Expeditions, which is supposed to play better at 2.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, I own both of them, but neither of them have gotten to the table. I want to play Scythe first, so that's what's keeping me from playing Expeditions. But Expeditions might be what gets played first, but we'll see. It could also be a thing that you and I could play on. It is on BGA.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I thought all of them were not on BGA, but this one is. But it's something that if us and, like, one other person wanted to try on there...
You definitely could, yeah.
I would be down for that if you ever were.
I am.
Cool. Yeah, that's Scythe by Jamie Stegmaier. I like a lot of Jamie Stegmaier's games. And
Same here.
And I like Jamie, too. He's a cool guy. So, very excited for that one.
My number 9 is... The game I picked is kind of a stand-in for a genre games.
Yeah.
It's party games.
Okay.
I play a lot of my games either solo or 2 players with my mom. So party games don't hit the table at all, really. Besides if it's like with us and Shrita.
Yeah.
And it's Time's Up.
Okay, that's a
But
classic.
it's like I said, it's a stand-in for basically all the other party games too.
Okay.
I love party games, Wits and Wagers. I've played and really liked.
Yeah.
In Time's Up, it works kind of like Password, where you're going to have a team, or you can also do a group.
Mm-hmm.
And in the first round, you're going to be, you can just basically say whatever besides the word. In the second round, I think you can say like one word stuff. And in the third round, you have to basically, you can't say any words, and you play like 40 cards, so you start to know the deck, or something funny happens, like an inside joke, so you can make, like the third round, you can't say anything, but you can mime it or whatever, and it just seems like it'd be a lot of fun.
Sweet. Yeah. So party games are something that we don't play enough of. We just don't get together as much as we used to. But yeah, that's something that we should change that at some point.
I agree.
But yeah, I'm starting to realize that like I like my party games to not be so like word driven, and I like them to be more of like funny things like Magical Athlete or Hot Streak, or even something like Flip 7, where it's like lighthearted and fun, but it's also not like word driven games. Like like word games are cool and all, but I'm going away from word games and having to like have knowledge of words or trivia sort of stuff. But yeah, but they're fun for sure.
Yep.
All right. So my number 8 is a big game that actually kind of intimidates me a little bit.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's an Awakened Realms game.
Oh, yeah.
Called Nemesis.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So I think like even if I'm not like a big like Alien fan or Aliens fan, like I can appreciate the world building of such a thing, and they like definitely made it their own with Nemesis. And I just think with all the setup and learning how to play this, and it's just something that I've owned twice, and I own a copy currently. It's just something that's still in shrink because, yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna get it to the table, and it's not something I necessarily want to tackle solo. I think I want to share that with two or three other people, and it's one of those things where, like, I don't want to promise someone a really awesome thematic experience and then it'd be over in 2 minutes.
That's what I've heard about that game.
But I also don't want to promise someone, oh, this will just be a fun, light experience, and then they're stuck here till midnight. So, yeah, we kind of just have to, like, that's one of the things that just have to let it ride, like, and just be there for the experience.
Yep.
But I think it'll be really fun once, like, getting that experience under my belt, and it might make me want to break it out more. I'm hoping, but yeah, that's Nemesis.
That's one I'd like to try. I've heard good things and bad things about it. Like you said, you can have a 3-hour game of it, I think, or a 5-minute game if the queen comes out early.
Which I'm not opposed to that. I would just hate to do an hour of setup for a 5-minute game.
Yep.
That's the only thing that I have a problem with, because I know that setup's going to be entirely on me. I know that she's not going to be of help with setup with that.
I'd set it up.
Yeah, we'd have to know how to set it up, though.
Yeah, true.
And that's going to take an hour to learn how to set it up.
Wow.
I think there's half-hour videos I can watch on how to set it up and how to play it, but I'm always learning new games, so so if I'm going to spend a half hour learning how to play a game, it's going to be something that's going to be for the channel or something. But at some point, I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but it will happen one year.
Yep.
A year.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Otherwise, I wouldn't keep buying copies of this, right? I think I ended up, I don't know I gave it to Jen, or I think I gave it to Jen, or I sold it. I think I gave it to my friend because her boyfriend really wanted it, and then my work was clearancing out a copy for half off, so I rebought it.
Nice.
I don't know why I rebought it. I'm gonna enjoy it when I play it, but when I play it, that's a big question mark.
Yep.
Cool. Those miniatures are super cool, by the way.
My number 8 is a game by CGE. It's a more recent game. I think it was last year. It's on the heavier side. It's SETI.
Yeah, SETI.
I've never gotten to play it. It looks really cool. I don't know a ton about it, but I know it. I think it's one of those games that has like a huge stack of cards, if I'm remembering correctly.
I think so.
Which I really like Forest Shuffle, Arc Nova, Earth, stuff like that. And I know you do all this stuff, and then partway through a game, is it 2 aliens or something comes out, and it changes the game?
Okay.
Something like that.
Right
and
on.
Every game's going to be different, and it just seems like one that I'd really like, and I really like those games that have a bunch of cards and do all these different things, and
right on.
It just seems like a game I'd like.
Awesome. I know Taylor played it once,
Mm-hmm.
and he really enjoyed it.
I think it was on his top.
Yeah. It just... I don't know how well he can teach the game.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I would ask him to. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to buying it if he was teaching it.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, it's one of those that's... it's not a theme that super appeals to me. Personally, I'm not huge into those kind of, like, massive space games, but it seems like it'd be a good time, at least to try once.
Yep. I'm hoping it also comes on BGA at some point.
I'm sure it will.
I'm sure it will, because, like, Last Ruins of Arnak is on there.
Yeah. I'll play it if it goes on there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I will take the time to learn it for you.
Yep.
Not for myself, not for my own sake, but for your sake.
Thanks.
All right, my number 7 is a game that I've owned since the beginning of time. By that I mean before I lived here. That was like from the early days of the channel.
Oh, wow.
And it still hasn't gotten played just because everything's always taking priority over it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Dinosaur Island.
Yep.
The Dinosaur Island is another Pandasaurus game, one of the early Pandasaurus games, where you are running a dinosaur park, like a Jurassic Park sort of thing, and you are building up this park and trying to increase your security of your different enclosures and having different animals in these different enclosures to try and attract different guests, and then you have different researchers. And I think the cool thing about this is the fact that you can hire these different people to help you with all the, like, it's not just, oh, look at these big dumb dinosaurs, but it's also the research and the science behind that is really cool. And also making sure that people don't get eaten because people are inherently stupid and will try and jump in the enclosures, and then, oh, look, big predator likes free meal.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to play it at some point.
Yeah, it looks really fun.
I just can never sit down long enough to learn how to play it, I guess, when I have other games that I have to sit down and learn. And I just haven't had someone just motivate me, be like, I've never had someone be like, I want to play Dinosaur Island. Make sure you learn how to play Dinosaur Island so we can play this next week at this time.
Yep.
Otherwise, it would get to the table, and I would enjoy it. I also have a problem with the fact that the game, like, I took out the insert, and it's still everything, just the core box, just barely fits in the box.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, like, it's just, like, jammed. Like, I have to Tetris each thing in there just to make all the components fit back in the box.
Yeah, the White Castle does that too, and I hate that so much.
Okay. Well, thank you, DeVere.
Yep.
Yeah, and that is Dinosaur Island. They also have a big dinosaur world, which is the same box, but has more components in it. I don't know how they did that, but yeah, apparently, like, my size table is barely big enough
That's crazy.
for Dinosaur Island, or Dinosaur World, I would say, because you got the big, like, truck that goes around and zoom zoom. Added sound effects for all you guys. Yeah, that's Dinosaur Island by Pandasaurus. Dino Meeples.
My game is a game with I think it has quite a bit of content. I don't know if it's very easy to get right now. I think the company went out of business or something.
Okay.
It's called Merchant's Cove.
Yes, I think they just went out of business. Yeah, that's sad. Okay.
In this game, each character is going to be basically a whole different mechanism.
Okay.
So, like, one I think is a roll and write. One is kind of like potion explosion. I think one you're maybe doing worker placement or something. And I really like the sound of that, the asymmetric characters. And then there's the board is like this market game or something. And I just think it's one that if I liked it, I'd want everything for it. And it would be fun, but it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, it's not a cheap game. I think it was like a $150 game at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I did see, if you want a copy of it, someone was selling it from the Con of the North group,
Mm-hmm.
like the group for the meeting up at the convention next month that I'm going to. So if you're interested in a copy, I think they were selling it for like $80 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they were getting rid of their copy, and I was like, oh, that's another thing I could buy and probably never play. Maybe play it someday.
Mm-hmm. Well, that I would get it, and then I'd want to try every character. And
Yeah, that would be 75 plays later.
Yep.
Plus, they have a ton of expansion stuff, don't they?
Yeah. That each set it releases new characters, and then each one has a different type of mechanism that works differently.
Yeah.
And then how you're doing that, and then doing stuff on the board and stuff.
I think that's fine, aside from the fact that you're choosing this mechanism,
Mm-hmm.
and then 5 minutes into the game you're like, oh wait, maybe this wasn't the mechanism I want to play.
That could happen.
And then you're stuck playing that mechanism for 2 hours. That's what would worry me.
Well,
Like,
I'd probably be playing it 2 players, so.
Yeah.
And for me, I love that's what I love about like Marvel Champions or Final Girl or anything. I love trying all the different stuff in it, the modularity of it. That's something that I really like. So if I didn't like it, I guess I wouldn't really play it again. And then sometimes I try them 2 or 3 times, depending, like just to see if it clicks differently or something.
Sure. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I might reach out to that person and see if I can pick that copy up for us.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That'd be fun.
All right. My number 6 is keeping with the slightly modularity thing. This company does quite a bit of that from CMON. And that's this is a theme that I didn't think I enjoyed until I started playing board games with this theme.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the Cthulhu theme.
Oh, yeah.
Cthulhu Death May Die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Cthulhu Death May Die is a cooperative game which you are battling these cultists who are summoning these great old ones, and you are trying to defeat them. And unlike other games in this genre, I think this one doesn't focus so much on the exploration and more so on the combat of it. And but the miniatures in this game are super cool. Those big minis that are, they're super cool looking miniatures, and I don't know, it just, the size of these boxes just sometimes
They're huge.
they're big. They intimidate me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And finding someone that wants to dig into that, like I could play it solo, but yeah,
That's it's not on this list. It's high on a different list.
yeah.
But I'm buying that at some point, and it probably will make top 20. That's one I know I will love.
That's another one that you could, if you wanted to take it home and play it, you're welcome to.
That'd be awesome.
But yeah, that one I do want to play it though.
Same here.
Yeah. If you feel like you'll play it before we meet again, then definitely go for it. Cool.
If I did, I'd probably play all the scenarios, all the characters.
Okay, right on. Awesome. That is Cthulhu Death May Die.
My number 6 is based on a video game. I love the video game. I've played it a ton. It's called Slay the Spire.
Okay.
In this one, it works kind of like Slay the Spire. They changed a few things just to make it work easier in a board game. You pick one of the 4 characters that are from the video game, and then you're going through these different acts, 1, 2, and 3, and it gets progressively harder, and you're going to be building this deck depending on the character, like the ironclad, like strength and doing all this stuff. The silent likes to poison her foes, or she has these daggers that she can get, or they're shivs, and you can get a bunch of them and do a bunch of damage that way. There's the defect and the watcher, and all 4 of them are really fun to play, and I love the video game, and I know I'd love the board game. And I think the only thing that's kept me from it is the cost, and then just would I play it? I'd maybe play it a few times, and I don't know if I'd probably just go back to the video game.
Okay.
But I know one of the things people like about it is the cooperative nature of it,
Mm-hmm.
because you can't really do that in the video game unless you download like a mod or something. But it's one I think I would really like if I played it, and I think it's long too when you play it in person. Like each act can be like 90 minutes, I think I heard. 60 to 90 minutes.
Yeah, I think the box said it was like 60 to 90, but then I was watching like Joseph and a couple other people play this game at OrcaCon, and I swear they were there for 2.5 hours. Like they were closing that place down with that game. And yeah.
Whereas like with the video game, you could probably do a run in under an hour.
Okay.
And that gets all through all the Act 3 and...
Okay. Yeah. I think what surprises me about this game, like, so this game has been, like, the board game's been really popular.
Yep.
But it's one that you consistently see in stock everywhere, despite how well it sells and how many, like, they must have pumped out a ton of copies of this game. Because I see that Globe News has a copy of this. Like every board game store that carries this game, like always has it in stock, and it's one that I know it sells. So it's not like it's just sitting there. Like people are buying them and they're reordering. So there's something to say about the stock situation of this game. There's always copies of this.
And then there's an expansion coming for it where it turns it on its head. There's bosses for each act, and you can. I believe in the expansion you can play as the bosses instead of the characters. Yeah. Which I think is a mod in the original, and that sounds really interesting. Yeah. And yeah.
I think the cover art's pretty cool in that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
the art in the game's just cool.
Yeah, I was at in Seattle last year, and I was talking to a guy who was a magic artist, and I was looking through all of his portfolio work, and I was like, oh, look, that's the cover of Slay the Spire. It's like, oh yeah, I did the cover for that. And it's like, cool. And then I was asking questions about the board game and stuff. And it's like, I really don't know anything about this game. I did the art for the video game, and they used the art for the board game cover, and then they told me that, and I was like, okay, right on. Well, well, thanks for the info there. But no, he's a nice guy and all. Man, it's one that I want to try.
Same here.
But I don't think it's one that I would enjoy as much as you. So,
I think I'd really like it. It's just, I think I'd rather just play the video game.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the long time is what kind of gets me.
Yeah. It's a deck building game-ish, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a roguelike deck builder.
Okay.
Where you pick your character, and then each character has different ways they play.
Okay.
And then you just kind of go through the act, and then you go through Act 2, Act 3.
Okay. Right on.
And you're trying to get all the way to the end.
Gotcha.
And if you play all 3 acts in the board game, it's going to take a long time.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah.
So it's one you could, I guess, play an act, and then just leave it set up on the table, and then play Act 2.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that's...
But then also, like in the video game, you could get to Act 2, die on the boss, and then you have to go back to the beginning. In the board game, that could be 3-4 hours later, and then...
Love that.
Yep.
Okay. Love that. Yeah, I don't know if I want to have it set up, and... Like, I'll do that with a legacy game, but I don't know if I want to for that.
That makes sense, too.
Slay the Spire, but... Yeah. I'd try it. I would just... choose to play a different new game.
Yep.
But if there's ever something that a VGA something that works for it, I'd try it. My number 5 is a game I just picked out recently. and that is a very pretty bidding game called Everbloom. Yeah, Everbloom is a game that I was looking forward to for a while from Nerdvana, I think was the name of the company. And there's, I guess you're trying to get these different pollinators, and you have these different characters that have these like animals that have these like flowers coming out of them. Like, it's really pretty game, and there's some bidding aspects to it where you're trying to bid for control of things, but you don't want to win every bid because because losing bids are important, because when you lose bids, your losing bids are going to be used for resources for stuff. And the game looks really pretty, and it's one that I'm probably going to end up playing soon just because I keep being pressured to learn it. But yeah, it'll be a fun one, and the art's really pretty. So
I can't think of what that game is. I'm sure I've heard of it.
Everbloom.
Yeah,
It wasn't super popular. Let's see if I can pull up a. This one? Have you ever seen this one before?
I think I have, but I don't know anything about it.
I know Grant was talking about it a lot. Grant Lyon.
Yep.
He was talking about it a lot. But yeah, really, really pretty cover.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, should be a decent medium weight game about hybrids. Pollinators, having different types of pollinators.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah. All right.
My number 5 is a game I don't know too much about, but it's gotten a lot of praise. I know it's got a Mancala mechanism, which I really like. It's called Ostia.
Okay, yeah.
I don't really know too much about what you're doing in it. I've seen reviews on it, but that was a while ago, and it's just one that sounds really cool. I know it's based on the game Trajan, which I haven't played. That also has a Mancala mechanism from Stefan Feld. But it's one I think I'd really like, and yeah.
Yeah, so this one isn't one that's super widely available, I don't believe, but
I think it's starting to, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're pushing them through finally, but yeah, this it looks cool, but I don't know if it's one that I need to play necessarily. But I mean, it looks okay. It's one that I would need to learn how to play it, because it's not one where I can look at it and be like, oh, that's a piece of cake. I can sit down and play this right away.
Well, I really like that Mancala mechanism, and and I've heard really good things about it.
Okay, right on. And dropping things off as you're moving along. Okay, gotcha. All right, cool.
Yep.
Ostia. All right, my number 4 is keeping with the pretty themes, and this one is going to be a Frank West game.
Okay.
From City of Games, and that is Emberleaf.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, Emberleaf is a very cute game. I think it's really nice looking game in which you are going to be kind of I guess card shedding, I guess you would think is what it is. I don't know a ton about it. Card dancing, and you're placing tiles on the board. Let's see. Card dancing, tile placement, engine building, managing resources. Every decision you make shapes the destiny of your people. So I guess you're having a faction of like a woodland faction, and vying for control and managing resources, building up your engine. So all the cards look super cute.
Yeah.
I that's what drew me to that. Plus, I liked Isle of Cats by Frank West already. And so, yeah, this is one that I grabbed a copy of it. I wanted to grab a copy when I was in Seattle at OrcaCon. They had a copy on one of the game cafes that was vending there. And I didn't buy it because I'm like, oh, this is going to take up all my suitcase space. And then I came home, and there was a copy waiting for me on my desk at work because... Apparently, I forgot that I ordered a copy at the shop. Yep. So I was like, okay, cool. I guess I'm buying this game.
Yep.
And I own it, and it's gonna get played hopefully soon, and not in 6 months from now.
Yeah, it'd be fun to try.
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be a little bit longer game. So it says 90 to 120 minutes.
I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah. So, but hopefully it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Best at 1 to 4, best 1 to 4, best at 3. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be pretty good at 2 players. Awesome. Right on.
My number 4 is a card game with powers. It's Citizens of the Spark.
Huh. Okay.
It's one that I've heard really good things about it from the people who played it. I don't know how much buzz it's been getting. I know you have like 31, 32 different animals or whatever they are, and you shuffle in like 10 of them, and they all do different powers, and you can have like a mean game of it depending on the characters you play. You can have a low interaction, high interaction game, and it's just one that seems really cool, and I really like card games with powers, and I think I'd really like it.
So Thunderworks is starting to get away from their role player universe games.
Yep, for sure.
For sure. And this is because before that they only put out those role player games. Like, yeah, there's some cool ones for sure in that universe, but I'm glad they're moving away from it. Yeah, they had a few games this year actually. They had this one, they had Flip Tunes, they had Emerald Skulls. Emerald Skulls is fun too. But yeah, Citizens of the Spark is one I would definitely try. It does seem like it's going to be a little bit higher player count thing.
Well, I've heard it. I think it works really good solo too.
Okay, right on.
I'm not sure how it is at 2. I think I've heard it's good at 2.
Right on. But plays up to 5. Right on. Cool. Variable setup. That sounds like something up your alley.
Yep, for sure.
Cool. Right on. All right, Citizens of the Spark. All right, my number 3 is one that's been popular for a long time, and that is Dune Imperium.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, Dune Imperium. I don't really have a huge affinity to the Dune franchise. I haven't seen the new movies.
Same here.
I've seen the original one from the 80s. But yeah, so it's going to be a deck building worker placement game that's compared a lot to Lost Ruins of Arnak, which is one of my favorite games. And I think that I would just enjoy this game a lot, tremendously, if I played it. But it's just one I just never got to the table that should be played soon. It's going to be one that we'll want to play at 3 or 4 players.
Yep, for sure. That's one I really want to try, especially because I've played Lost Ruins of Arnak, so I want to see comparatively.
Yeah, and see how... I'm curious how the theme shines through with this one, and how well it's done, and how off-putting it is that it's done well. Because, yeah, I'm fine with the theme, but it's not something that really I need to have in a board game.
I agree.
Yeah. Cool. All right, that's number 3, Dune Imperium.
My number 3 is a puzzly tile laying game. It's called Miyabi. It's by Michael Kiesling, who's done Azul, and in it, I think you're drafting these tiles and you're trying to place them in, is it a 5x5 thing?
Okay.
Or something like that, and I think you can stack them, and it just looks really fun, right up my alley, because I love these puzzly games, and yeah.
I've not heard this one.
I don't know how widely available it is. I think it's on Amazon.
What's it called?
Miyabi, Miyabi.
Okay. It's a little older game. Okay. I see. Hobby game? Okay. Oh, Oh, this looks like a little slightly heavier.
I think it's very thinky.
Hobby game?
Yep.
Gotcha. Right on. Cool. Awesome. That's your number 2?
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay, sweet. All right. So my number 2 is a hard one to actually rank because I think this would probably be the highest ranked one if I actually played it and played through it. But it's going to be the hardest one to table of them all, I think, for me. And that's Vagrant Song.
Yep.
Yeah, Vagrant Song is a campaign-style game. I think the theme and the art on this game is really cool idea.
I agree. Yep.
Yeah, like the old-timey, cartoony sort of style for it is super cool, and like the way it's set up, and when you're on this ghost train, like I think it has the right amount of spooky and right amount of cuteness to it.
Yep.
And yeah, and the theme itself, like where you are playing as vagrants hopping on this ghost train, and you are literally punching these ghosts and beating on these ghosts to restore their humanity and make them basically like human again. I think that's a fun theme.
Yep.
The acrylic standees are fun.
Yep.
And yeah, just getting it to the table, because you're not committed to one session, you're committed to like this whole thing, I think.
Yep. I've almost bought that game before, Collector's Connections. Yeah. I don't know if they still have a copy, but they used to.
Not anymore. But it's one that's... This game did really well when it first came out, but it just doesn't have the staying power, because you're just constantly seeing it being clearanced out places, which makes me kind of sad, because I'm still super interested in playing it.
Do you think that's the campaign of it all? Like, if you could just do single scenarios, would it?
Maybe. I know what... I think a lot of people, when it comes to scenario and campaign games, they want these like massive box things with like the 75 miniatures.
Yep.
And they just want them big things, and like it's not a small box by any means, but it's, yeah. I'm excited to try it. I just don't know when that is, because committing to that when we keep piling up our stuff that we have to review and talk about, and a lot of my time is playing BGA games now. But yeah, we'll see. I want to play it.
Same here. That seems really cool. Do you know how many scenarios it is?
I don't remember. More than 10, I want to say.
Yeah, that seems awesome.
Yeah.
My number 2 is a game with has a lot of different characters in it, and it has a few different modes. There's like a boss battler mode. I don't remember what the other modes are. It's called Bullet Heart.
Okay.
And there's also Bullet Star and stuff. In it, I think you're going to be... I'm drawing a blank. I think it's like a spatially puzzle type game.
Okay.
And which I really like, plus all the characters, and it's just one, just from everything, it seems really awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, you're trying to line things up in your columns and rows and stuff, and...
Yeah. You like these like spatial puzzly games a little bit more than I do. And this is a game that doesn't get talked about much. Level 99. Their games, they don't get a ton of buzz generally. So that's cool.
And then you can also play it solo or multiplayer.
Okay. Looks like it's best as a solo game. All right. Sweet.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. And on to number 1 now?
Yep.
Number 1 is a game that I, fingers crossed, will sit down and learn and play soon. But, let's see. It's called Endless Winter. Paleo Americans. So it's another deck building, like worker placement game. You're trying to like area control and trying to settle up and survive the winter. As it's I'm gonna look it up to give a little bit of Okay, here we go. Settle new lands, grow your population, and build megaliths. So it's definitely like Ice Age-ish, 10,000 BC. Yeah, so you got these like woolly mammoths, and you're placing these tents and cubes and thing in your characters' huts, and it's a worker placement deck building game. Very Euro-y in the way it plays, and send your tribe members out to do different things, playing cards, spending resources to do other things, and just that's like my type of game, I think.
Yep.
It's just one that I haven't gotten to play, and then you're building up your board like modularly with the different hex tiles, which is cool. But yeah, so it's 4 rounds, but they're very crunchy rounds for sure.
Yeah, that's one I really want to try. That one looks awesome.
Yeah, I think the art, the aesthetic of it and the art's really cool. It's just learning how to play it. It's just, it's going to be a chore the first time. I think after the first time it'll be okay. But yeah. So you can sense a common theme with my games, of course. It's not the fact that I haven't bought them, it's just that I haven't learned them and taught them. Because I think if I didn't have to learn every single game, it would make playing more and more new games, at least the heavier ones, a little easier. But that's okay. I do one at a time. And cross one off, learn a new one. All right.
My number one is a bad comet game, which I think they've done Shallow Sea and then Wondrous Creatures, I think it's called. Which I've played Shallow Sea, I haven't played Wondrous Creatures, which could have made the list. But the one I chose was Life of the Amazonia.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes.
Which I believe it's a very puzzly game, and you pick different scoring cards each game, and then you're going to be... I don't know the exact rules of the game, but I think it's a bag builder type game.
Yeah.
And it's just one, when I looked at it and stuff, it just looks like one that would probably make my top 100 and be pretty high on it. The only thing that has given me pause and why I haven't bought it is I've heard it can be quite a long game for what it is.
Yeah.
And I think that's true kind of a lot of bad comic games. I've heard that about Wondrous Creatures too, which made it kind of go off the list.
I don't know why I haven't bought this game. So I own Wondrous Creatures, and I've played it, but it's been a while since I played it, so I have to relearn it. But Life of the Amazonia, I don't know if it's necessarily my kind of game, but I feel like we should be buying it just because that would be a top 10 game for Sharita if she played it.
Same here.
I think that would make I think that would make her top 10.
Make
your top 10 too? Yeah. I think we just end up having to. I think I end up just buying that game. Okay. I think I'm just gonna buy it at that point, and we'll play it at some point.
That'd be fun.
Cool. Right on. Yeah, I could have easily made a top 25 for this, but
same here.
Yeah, but this is just ones that I own that I need to do better playing, because Ben, you need to do better playing the games that you own.
Yep.
And you don't have that problem.
Nope.
As much. So these are all games that you want to buy that you don't own. Yeah. So I don't have anything to say for myself. Two completely different lists.
Yep.
Because you had a lot of puzzly games that you haven't bought yet. I've gotten a lot of heavier games on my list that I own but I haven't played. There was a few shortlist things that I could play that I haven't, but yeah, these were for the most part heavier stuff that I just need to get to the table at some point. Take the time away from editing and recording videos to actually play new games.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better with that. I definitely want to make more content for the channel, but also balance learning more newer, heavier games. And because my top 100 this year was, for the exception of the top 20, was a lot of lighter games.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had all my heavier stuff in the higher end, and then all the lighter stuff were on the lower end for the most part. So, yeah.
And then mine, there's some that are the same, and then there's some ones that have shot up quite a bit.
Yeah.
They're new.
Cool. That's awesome. Stay tuned for that. Coming very soon. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Have a good one.